Tonight, it's the National Football League Super Bowl 61.
Distractions. It's time to get this one started as here we go. Super Bowl 61 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Second and 7. Here's Love. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Caleb Chason in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down. That's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Love. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. Touchdown Jaguars! DJ Chark with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Jaguars are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Jags are going to get it back here just past the 35. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, You would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Complete to Tony. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A handoff running left is Etienne. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. 3rd and 2. Now Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Love. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Love going to give this one to Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Off the option, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, they picked up the 1st down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
On 1st and 10, Love. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing. Love. Flush to his right. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. The give is to Jones. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Play fake. Here's Love. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Here's Lawrence to throw. And Sharp pulls it in. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And some space here. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 56 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Second down, another shot for Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. A give to Jones, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Love from the gun. And that is incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Here's Toney on the quick slant. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On play action, Lawrence forced out to his left. That'll be caught. It's Toney. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there just before halftime. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. A first down and more, ETN. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
The kick by Lutz is good. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
On first down, Lawrence letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
A handoff for ETN. Trucks over him, and they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 142 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Robinson, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Drops it to Jones into flat. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll make it 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
To throw now, here's Love. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD.